Feel me like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, so we're back with Abby today. We're heading into the sheriff's office because I'm meeting Chaplain King. Because Abby's been called in to have a chat with him about the incident, of course, at the
I
yeah,
mean,
the
maybe they were
kidnapping.
into kinky shit. I can't really tell you that.
Wait, aren't you the lady
What
that
did I
arrested
walk up
on the
on?
power plant?
Hey man, I want you to take it out for
Hi,
me.
Sergeant.
I plead the fifth.
Okay,
What's
so weird stuff happening behind us. We'll just go about our business.
You know, one time I slept with 3 women in one day.
This is also why I don't want to change the uniforms because I have to change the NPC peds as well. Alright. Let's lock that.
I would agree with you on that one. Shooting people is not very nice.
Hey, Deputy Taylor, come on in.
Hi, Chaplain. You asked to speak
I
to
already
me?
work this way.
How you doing?
I'm alright. Although I suspect it's about to get a little noisy next door.
Sorry, what'd you say? You're a little bit quiet.
Sorry, I said I think it's about to get a little noisy next door. They just brought
Yeah,
an interesting
probably.
one in. You wanted to see me?
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to check and see how you were doing.
I'm well, sir, yes. No, totally fine. Things have been a little wild recently, yes, but I'm okay.
Not you're a psychiatrist. I'm a coworker. You can be honest with me. I'm not gonna write you up and make you not fit for duty. I'm just checking in on you. If you're all right, that's not good because after what you've been through.
I mean, I'm not alright, but... yeah, it's just been a lot to process. Everything was wild. From getting grabbed by those people wasn't something I expected, and then the whole ordeal with getting free, and then watching Scott get the state trooper Scott get shot and shooting somebody, and then more officers going down, and the whole ordeal. It was, I feel guilty for them being hurt, and I mean, sure, yeah, it still gets to me, but it's, I can process it, you know. I can work with it.
So although sometimes we can do like maybe we're not fine, but we're holding it together at least for the most part. But we got to be honest with family, friends, and when you get told to go to a psych, you have to be honest with them to a certain point. But
I mean, yes.
I just wanted to check on you because that's a whole ordeal that you went through, and it wasn't your fault. It was cast upon you by criminals and ne'er-do-wells that want to hurt people and get money, apparently. is what
I
they
should have
would
been more
ultimately
aware,
afterwards,
sir.
so.
I realised that I wasn't paying attention, and they jumped me, so it was partly my fault.
You survived. That's the most important thing.
I didn't do anything
You-
impressive. I just ran away when they weren't paying attention.
But you didn't cause them to shoot you, so that's one plus. Some
Yeah, I
people try
guess.
to play the hero. You just need to survive. So that's what we come in and hope to come out the door every shift.
No, I understand. Yeah, it's... a lot's happened since I started this job, and it's kind of... it's been a learning curve. The idea of it seemed amazing at the time, and to help people, and it always seemed so rosy, and so maybe idealistic that, you know, the deputies looked after the town, they helped people, and we, or they at the time, made such a big difference, and it was such a nice, friendly thing. I never really saw the bad, the violence, the chaos, the blood. It's not something I'm used to. I grew up in this town, and I never imagined it.
Unfortunately, every coin has a flip side, but just try to keep offsetting the bad with the good. Make sure you're reaching out to citizens. Make sure you're making good contact with people. That's the one thing in this job that's great, is actually being able to say, I helped someone today.
I always try to, sir.
I'll get
I
it.
always do.
I know
guess-
you do, but
Sanchez, Deputy Sanchez, my TO, he's been through so much from Vice City, and so many other officers have transferred in here. They've all come from these crazy, wild backgrounds where they can do these things and handle it. I guess it's taken a while for me from out here in Paleto. It's kind of a whole different world, especially when I have to work in Los Santos. That's just insanity. I still can't process that city.
yeah, the city is a lot different than up here in the county life.
Yeah, you can say that again. I mean, Deputy Sanchez, he said that this all gets easier, that after a while you can just process things better, that you can work through it, and that I had a decision to make as to whether this was the job for me or whether it wasn't. And I reached a decision that it was, because I could feel the difference I made. Even just dealing with people day in, day out, the little things, I could help affect their life and what was happening with them. But when things became chaotic and crazy, when bullets were flying, that at least some people were running towards the bullets, that we could make a difference, that we could help prevent loss of life, it makes the bad worthwhile. Does that make sense?
Makes entirely sense.
It sounds jingoistic
One thing I will
and
say,
warlike, but yeah.
one thing I will say with this job, the one thing you have to look out for is the light. With all the darkness
The light?
surrounding our profession, our lives with this job, you see a lot of darkness. Always try to find that glimmer. Even if it's a smidge, just try to look for it. Because that will keep you grounded, that will keep you sane, it'll keep you focused on what matters, helping people. That's the whole point of this job.
No, absolutely. And I always try to do something nice for somebody every day. Whenever I'm on duty, whenever I pin this badge on, I try and do something that can make someone's day better. Whether it's something small or something big, it doesn't matter. I just try and do something. But it's just... How do you process the bad?
Ma'am, did you get charged yet or no?
I tried to ask Alex, but his answer didn't really make much sense. But
No.
I just...
You didn't get charged? Okay.
Sometimes the
bag
bad
of
just
profit,
builds up.
Did you have your ID?
I don't know.
Okay.
Of course,
You
it's
want
getting
me
loud
to-
next door.
One thing you need to do is talk about it.
Not
Maybe
really.
not with me. Probably not with your psych if you have one, because they don't
No,
really
sir.
understand the job. But talk to someone. It helps.
I
Just getting
try to.
any of it out, because right now you're bottling it. If you keep saying you're fine, and keep putting on this brave face that you're fine, it's gonna break eventually.
Man, can you come here for me, please?
This isn't a brave face, sir. This is
How about
just...
your left thumb? You should rub it.
I don't know. I will happily tell you that it's not fine, that I'm not fine, but I'm learning how to approach it, I think is probably the best word.
It takes a safe, effective way to process. You have to find that method for you. It's different for everyone.
I've been trying to
If
find
it
outlets.
turns into drinking or turns into smoking, probably not the most safest way. If it is beating up people, probably not the most effective way, unless you're boxing. Then that's a good way. But find the most safe and effective way for you to make sure that you're processing healthfully.
That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to find outlets right now, but I don't never been the sort of person to bottle things up. I've always worn my heart on my sleeve, but I guess it's just such a macho, I'm fine environment that it's hard to actually say this. It's hard, you know? Like, to say I'm human.
That's one of the most important aspects of the job. Identifying you're a human, that you're not just we're not robots here. We don't just lock people away. We have to interact with the community. We are a guiding light sometimes. When there's chaos around, we help them see what we see. Sometimes they help us see what we can't. We're humans. Help each other.
Yeah, I guess that's why I look forward to trying to find that one nice thing I can do for somebody every day. You know? Like, it's almost a goal every morning. Like, whenever I start my shift, I tell myself I will do at least one nice thing for somebody every day. And it could be more than one, but it could end up being a number of things. But I try and tell myself at the start of every shift that I will try and find a way to do something nice for somebody that day. And that keeps me going, I guess. It makes the bad feel better.
And that's a good approach. One thing I would recommend that helped me a little bit when I was starting out, start a journal. Just once you're done with the day, once you're exhausted, just think back on the day, find one good thing at least, and write it down. Then you go to bed, start up the new day, and if you're having a bad day just after shift, you can go back into it and look at see all the good you've done.
That's a good idea,
Every
actually.
day. I did that for 8 months.
You're still you are the same person that decided to go commit arson at the LSIA and all that fun shit.
God damn it.
I didn't commit arson at the LSIA.
What
Yeah.
was that?
I mean, I haven't kept a journal since I was maybe 16, but I'll give it a try.
I mean, hey, that's what your record says. At this time,
You have
Mr.
to write-
Lambert, Miss Lambert, you're under arrest for aggravated battery, false imprisonment.
sound like they're having fun.
Yeah.
I mean, $2,000 and fines, 240 days
Very.
in the state penitentiary. Recommend you don't try
I think
to
it's that
punch
vent.
somebody in front of a cop for breast knuckle.
But you don't have to start off with Dear Diary. Just write down
Oh, I was hoping to.
one thing that you did good.
Any
Hey, you
questions,
can
ma'am?
if it brings you joy.
I was just crack up with my 16-year-old me's diary, you know, the one with the pink cover and the hearts all over it. You know, I figured that would look good and well on the PlayStation.
Jump on the bed with your legs crossed.
I mean, hey, yeah, sure, why not? I mean, I can go and get a 4-poster from Hayes, but I don't think my parents would be down for that. I still live at home. Sorry, it's a small town. I don't see a point to move out when we live so close to the station, and I spend so
Y'all
much
have a
time
great
there now.
shift. Have a good one.
You too, officer.
Port guys seem to be busy today, from what I heard.
Yeah. Saw them out on the water today.
Well, I'd hoped they were there rather than in the
I was at
sky.
home. Yeah. Heard some musket fire outside my house. It turned out to be off the coast, so you know.
Was that what that was? Oh.
Yeah, apparently.
I just ignore gunfire in Blaine County these days. Every cop around here, I don't know why, but weirdly enough, this is a country county. It's rural, and growing up here, I've never once been that bothered by hearing gunshots. Like, I just assume it's someone hunting or out shooting something or shooting at stuff. But it seems like ever since I joined the force, every single cop I come across hears a gunshot, immediately panics. Is that what I have to become? Because that feels
No, you don't.
kind of overreactive. I've walked up to people in the past who've been shooting stuff and just like out hunting, and every other cop's freaking out, and I just walk up to them and go, "Hey, could you pop that down a second?" And they seem to be fine with it. I don't know why there's this weird disconnect. Do we have a huge portion of city people?
Background.
I guess.
Yeah, a lot of them are city transfers that come to Blaine for quieter lifestyle, but
Oh, they need to get with the country vibe. Thank you, Chaplain. This has actually made me feel a lot better. I'm going to try your ideas. Maybe it'll help, and I'll try and find a good outlet for the stress, the tension. I try and stay positive throughout everything. It's my thing, I guess. I like to be a positive person.
Well, if you need it, my doors and ears are always open. Maybe not my mouth, because I sometimes give bad advice, but you know. If
No,
it does, just shut it up.
this has been great. Thank you, Chaplain. I really appreciate it.
Problem. Best of luck on patrol, deputy. You stay safe, okay?
I will, thank you. Right, time for a shift. That felt good. Very cathartic. To explain, Josh is obviously SA, but his role as captain, he's taken on the role of chaplain as his captain's position. So it's a nice take on something we don't often see in GTA roleplay, and it definitely fits in well with Taylor's storyline that she can go and talk to him, and he's a good sounding board. I actually feel like I just went through therapy. Thanks for watching. Bye.